What is up, LudyBros Army? It's your boy, Big Bro Lamar Ludy, and I'm coming to you guys today to sit down and talk about the recent cheating scandal that took place in a Dragon Ball Super card game tournament played out over in France. And let's just jump right into this topic because it's something that, I watched a couple videos on it this morning from a couple of other respectable YouTubers and wanted to give my 2 cents on it. So let's just jump right into this topic. So what we have here was we have a player who was shuffling and stacking his deck in a way that was going to be favorable to him. He's shuffling his deck in a way that's going to stack the top about probably 6 or 7 cards on the top, and he's doing this in a way that he can get an unfair advantage over his opponent. And he did this not only he made it up to top cut. He did this not only in the top cut, but he also did this multiple times throughout the tournament. There's footage of him doing this in a couple of different matches, and really just impacting the way that the game is going to be played out, and affecting his eventual standings in the tournament. So let's go ahead and let's talk about this. Now, I know from some other people's opinions that they don't want this player's name to be put out there. I'm actually in a different camp. I'm giving a different voice to this, a different point of view, not to be confrontational, argumentative, but just because when you sit down to play this game, and it doesn't matter if it's webcam or if it's face-to-face, when we're sitting down to play this game, there's a certain amount of honor, a certain amount of respect, and a certain amount of truthfulness that needs to be out there, so that way we can play this game in a way that makes you comfortable, makes you excited to play. That's something that my little bro and I, we always talk about on this channel, is making sure that you're having fun. Being competitive is great. Being competitive is something that a lot of us, strive to work towards when we're building our decks. But you don't want to forget that fun factor. When you're sitting down to play something like this, it's because it's fun for you, and that's what you're looking for, is to have fun. And if you're being cheated, out of that experience, then that's not the way that you want, the way that you want to sit down and experience this game or any other. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh player for years, and there was instances of Yu-Gi-Oh players who were cheating and they got caught, and their names were given out, and they were banned from events. And I think that this is what needs to happen here. This player needs to be banned, and I mean, whether it's for a year, I don't know if it's a lifetime ban. I mean, on the other side of the coin, we're playing a game, we're sitting down to play a game. I don't know if it should be a lifetime ban, but for sure, I think 1 year. We're just starting off 2021. This is not the way that you want to start the year off after all the negativity that happened last year. Give him a ban. Hopefully he learns his lesson, but also send a message to other members of the community that this type of behavior is not going to be tolerated. There's no place for it, in our game. There's no place for it. And the other thing too is that the player is running the Vegex deck, which, if you're following the competitive scene, you see a lot of Vegex decks topping. So it's like, not only are you running a pretty strong deck, potentially a very strong deck, you're also feeling the need to cheat. Bro, just go out and play the game. You're already running what should be a tough deck for your opponent to handle. If you don't feel that your deck is strong enough, then maybe you need to sit down and do some, work on your deck building. Work on your deck building skills and work on your, get coached, work on your ability to play. So that way you can feel a little bit more confident in your deck. But I also, from another video, I saw another YouTuber commenting that this is going to lower the credibility of webcam tournaments. I feel that the issue I have with that statement is that, well, not really an issue, but I just want to make a comment on that statement, is that there was cheating in live events too. Like I said, I was a Yu-Gi-Oh player for years, and people tried to cheat there. So people will always look for opportunities to, certain people will always look for opportunities to give themselves an advantage. I don't think that this lowers the credibility of the webcam tournaments. I just definitely do think that, we need to have good setups. We need to have good setups where people can see your field, see your field, see your hand. But we also need to have integrity as players, as adults, to sit down and say, I'm going to shuffle my deck and see what happens. I'm going to randomize my deck. I'm going to see what happens here. I'm going to trust that I've spent some time, crafting this deck, and I'm going to know my plays, and I'm going to come in, ready to go. So I think that, this topic is, it's it's pretty bad. You know, it's a bad look for, you know, for the game. I'm gonna be looking out to see what Bandai decides to do. I really do, you know, I'm a proponent that he needs to be banned. I think he needs to be banned. I think 1 year would be, you know, very good. I'm also a proponent that, you know, I want to know this guy's name. I want to know exactly who it is. If you're going to go ahead and cheat and you're going to get the glory, you know, let's say he didn't get caught and he won the whole tournament and he received the glory from it, then you also need to be able to take that heat when you do, you know, you did get caught. You need to be able to take that heat and, you know, be exposed. And you should be exposed. So then that way, you know, for the future, hey, the boy who cried wolf, he was out there lying and nobody believed him in the end when, you know, when it came down to it. And this is the same type of situation. I mean, if you're willing to take that risk, you know, and put yourself in that position where you could possibly get caught, it's time for you to take those hits. And now, you know, I would like to know exactly, you know, your name. So then that way, you know, in the future, if I'm ever sitting down across from you, I know exactly what to look for. Speaking on that, we should always be aware, you know, it is on the player to be aware of what their opponent is doing. Yes, very difficult during webcam, but this, you know, 2020 and now into 2021, times are difficult. And when you're looking for that outlet to sit down and play some cards and to have a good time and maybe take your mind off of all the things that are going on out there, you know, the last thing that you want to have to do is be aware of how your opponent is shuffling their deck. So, you know, guys, this is a call out. Let's go ahead. Let's have some integrity as adults. Let's sit down. Let's shuffle our decks. Let the chips fall where they may. You're going to go out there. You're going to play. You're going to win some. You're going to lose some. No one's undefeated, you know, ever in life. So let's just go out there and, you know, let's have fun playing this game. That's my biggest thing, is I want to sit down and I want to have fun when I'm playing Dragon Ball Super card game, whether it's competitive or casual, it doesn't matter. I just want it to be fun. And I know that that's the underlying factor for a lot of people who sit down to play, is they're looking for that, you know, the level of fun when they sit down to play. Competitive or casual, it doesn't matter. You do this because it's fun for you and you enjoy it. And I don't want that to be taken away because someone's stacking their deck. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. I know that my take on it might be a little bit different from some other people's, but let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'd love to talk about it, hear your thoughts. If you haven't had a chance, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to build up this LudyBros army, and we would like your support as we keep trying to deliver some quality content to you guys. All right. Well, thank you for tuning into this video. Don't forget, let me know your thoughts down below. Please comment, hit me up, and I will see you guys next time.